Hello, everybody, and welcome to our PSY 127 Human Development class here at Delaware and Technical and Community College. My name is Dr. Eileen McCabe-Moucher, and I am your instructor this fall 2016 semester. Please feel free to call me by my first name, which is Eileen. And I've created this short video just to help orient you to our class and specifically to our online platform here in Blackboard. So the very first thing that I recommend that you do is to click on the Getting Started icon here. And here you're going to find all the information about our first and only conference call that we're going to have this semester. So this conference call takes place on Saturday, August 27th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have here the telephone call number that you'll need to call as well as the participant access code. So your attendance on this call is absolutely not required, but I strongly encourage you to attend the call if you can make it. I completely understand if you have other work or family obligations on that day, and it's important that you know that you are not going to miss anything if you cannot attend the call. The call is simply just an opportunity for you to interact and meet with me as well as your other classmates in a live type of a setting. So there's not going to be any information given out that isn't already here for you right in our online platform. So you have all of the information that you need. Again, you do not need to attend the call, but if you have any questions or you just want to hang out and meet with your other classmates, again, you're strongly encouraged to do so. This course requires that you have the textbook, which you can purchase at the Del Tech bookstore, and it also requires that you have an access code because we're going to be using McGraw-Hill's SmartBook Connect platform. There are 19 different assignments that you need to complete. So in order for you to pass the course, you have to purchase an access code, which you can do in the Del Tech bookstore, or you can also purchase it by calling McGraw-Hill or accessing their live tech support. You would just need to provide them with your name, your information, and our course information here at Del Tech, and they will help you get registered. So the next thing that I wanted to show you here is the instructor information, which contains all of my information here, my email address, work telephone number. So I strongly encourage that if you have any questions that you reach out to me via email. Your success in this course is really important to me. So if you feel like you're struggling, you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I am here to help you if you have any questions that are specifically related to our course. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to come down to where it says Syllabus and Schedule and click on that. And under this tab, you will see our course syllabus, our weekly course schedule, our course requirements, as well as the departmental policies. I strongly encourage that you read all of this material prior to the first day of class, which is August 22nd, 2016. And once again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Really encourage you to print out this weekly course schedule here. So by doing that, you will be able to stay on track with all of the assignments when everything is due. And this right here is our course schedule. So you'll see here that it is all blueprinted, sketched out week by week, exactly what is due when. So definitely want to make sure that you print out this course schedule or have it someplace digitally where you can reference it and stay on target with the course. If you've never taken an online course before, I strongly encourage you to dedicate or block off at least 3 hours in your schedule every week that you can simply sit down and focus on our coursework. Sometimes, mostly students are really successful in the classes that I teach here at Del Tech, but sometimes students that struggle or that don't do well, simply because they're not taking the time to sit down and do the work. So this right here is a schedule, so it lets you know exactly when the tests are. It lets you know what assignments you need to work on in Smartboard and when they are due. It also lets you know the discussion board post dates and when they're due, as well as having the date here for our due date for our final paper, our final project, which is due on December 6th, 2016. So the next thing we're going to take a closer look at here is the course requirements, once again, which you can click on and download here. So this right here has all of the evaluation criteria that you need to be able to complete in order to pass the course. So this class is comprised of 4 tests, which are worth 10% of your grade each. So in total, all 4 tests are worth 40% of your grade. There's also the Connect Smartboard assignments on chapters 2 through 20, and altogether those Connect Smartbook assignments are worth 30% of the grade. You have a final project, which you can choose to either do a YouTube presentation or a final paper. You do not have to do both. You're choosing either to do the presentation or the final paper, all of which is explained right here within this course requirements document. And that final project is worth 15% of your final grade. We also have discussion board participation posts, which are due each week, and all of those discussion board posts are worth a total of 15% of your final grade. So the exams for this class are all essay-based exams. So once again, each are worth 10% of your grade. And all of your exams are actually available right now. So there's no time constraints or time limits, as all the information in the course is right here and ready to go. So you can go ahead and get started looking at them if you'd like to do that now. And each exam consists of 3 essay questions that are based on your readings from chapters in the textbook. So you want to remember that each essay should consist of 1 full-page, single-spaced response. So there's a 500-word minimum, and these are supposed to be typed in a 12-point Arial font. So sometimes students will say, you know, Eileen, this question that you're asking is fairly simple. I could answer it in, 3 to 4 sentences. So you want to remember that the purpose for this college level assignment is to help you demonstrate and develop your critical thinking skills. So even if you feel like you could really answer this question in just a couple sentences, if you're having trouble elaborating on it, I encourage you to include examples from the textbook or your own personal or professional life to help you lengthen or deepen or extend your essay response, because it is really important that you attain that 500-word minimum in order to be successful on the exam. So now the next part of our course requirements document gives us information here about accessing the SmartBook. So there's very detailed information which tells you exactly how to log into the SmartBook, which is located right within Blackboard. Also have here some information about your final presentation. So that YouTube presentation or final paper is due very end of class, due by December 6th, 2016. So you can choose any research topic that is related to human development. So the research topic could be something like a developmental task, like learning to walk. It could be a teaching issue, such as teaching a child how to read or handling difficult emotions like aggression. Or you could choose to discuss or explore a particular stage in development, like older adulthood or learning to interact in toddlerhood, or maybe a problem that affects children, such as the impact of divorce, the impact of child abuse, or neglect. So the textbook is an awesome resource to help you come up with a topic. I am also available, and I would be more than happy to help you brainstorm a topic if you're feeling stuck, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. So there are really detailed information in terms of what you need to do if you choose to write a paper or do your YouTube presentation. So again, if you have any questions after you read this carefully, make sure that you reach out to me. The next thing that you want to do is read about our discussion board posts. So involvement in the discussion board post is a very important part of online courses. It's also really important that you're prompt, that you do the discussion boards on time, and that you're civil and professional with each other. You know, typically I don't even have to say this, or there's not a problem, but please be aware that I really enforce people being respectful and decent to each other on the discussion board. So points will be deducted, you know, if you're not being respectful of other people, or if you're not completing the discussion board assignments on time. If you have any questions about that, again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. So there's a total of 15 discussion board posts that are required. So each of the posts must be at least 4, but no more than 8 sentences in length. And you must post those responses in Blackboard by the Tuesday of each week by 11:59 Eastern Standard Time in order to receive the points. That's with the exception of the first week of class, where I give you a little bit of extra time to get acclimated to the course here. So now we're back here on our course homepage. So I wanted to show you just a few more things before we end the orientation video. This right here down at the bottom is our class discussion board post. So when you click on the discussion board post, this is where you're going to post your responses to the discussion board prompts and questions. So you're able to find those discussion board prompts and questions right here by clicking on Learning Materials. So everything is nicely organized here underneath the Learning Materials tab by week. So as you see here, you have our Week 2 discussion board, where it tells you what you are asked to do in terms of reading the Smart Book. In the discussion board posts, for most of the weeks, there are videos which you're asked to watch and comment on in 4 to 8 sentences in our discussion board. In some of the weeks, there's articles. So please let me know if you have any questions at all related to the discussion board post. But everything is right here for you and fairly self-explanatory. Also, underneath this Learning Materials tab, you'll also find all 4 of our exams. So the exams here can be found by clicking on the exam icon. And once you complete the exam, you want to make sure that you're emailing it directly to me, once again at my email address, which is amccabe3@dtcc.edu. So as I said earlier, all 4 of your exams are already posted and ready for you to review. So all of the due dates here are posted so that there's no guesswork. So that concludes the end of our orientation video. I look forward to working with you this semester, reading your discussion board posts. So as I said before, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am here to help you be successful in the class, and I hope you have a great week.